Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we discussed one sample mean test. That is, one sample mean test is used to compare actual mean with hypothesized mean. In the present video, what we are going to look at the mean test for two samples or two populations. And what does it mean? In the previous video, what we discussed is whether the actual duration of cyber cafe usage is equal to or not equal to the hypothesized time duration of 60 months. And what we have seen there is 39 months is actual and 60 months was the hypothesized. In this video, we will be looking into whether the average duration of internet cafe visit by male and female is same or not. We have a gender with two classifications like male and female and duration of data. How will you do this? What is our null hypothesis? Our null hypothesis is that there is no significant difference between male and female with respect to their duration of visiting internet cafe. That is our null hypothesis. And how will you do this test and what is the ideal test? And don't forget the two questions that I keep repeating every time. The two questions are, what is the purpose of a particular test? And second question is whether the data at hand are suitable for that. First question, what is the purpose of the test? The purpose of the test is to compare the mean value of a particular variable between two categories of population or two categories of sample. And what is the second question? Second question is whether the data at our hand are suitable for that one. For conducting this test, we need two types of data. One, data should be interval or ratio, and the second level data must be a nominal scale. So let's see how to do this one, how to proceed t-test. Go to analyze, click on it, we will get the drop down menu. From that, locate compare means, and from compare means, from the extended menu, select independent samples t-test. Click on that, we will get a box like that. In this, load the relevant variables. We are going to test whether the average duration of internet usage is equal between male and female. So our test variable is how long have you been using cyber cafe. So we will load a test variable, and which is a grouping variable. The grouping variable is gender. Gender we will load it in grouping variable. And when we load gender in grouping variable, what change observed here, a radio button would be active now, define groups. That means we have to click on that and we have to give the specific number. The specific number means it how we coded the group between male and female. So we have coded it as 1 and 2, 1 and second one is 2. It doesn't matter whether it is 1 and 2 sequentially. We can type 2 here or 1 here. It doesn't matter. Okay. So click on continue, then click on OK. We will get the value like that. So here, this group statistics simply represents what is the mean, actual mean estimated between male and female. The value represents that the female duration is 36.36 and the male usage of cyber cafe is 40.40. What was our hypothesis? Our hypothesis was there is no significant difference between the duration of cyber cafe usage between male and female. And this is the table to be interpreted. In this table, there are two t values. One is minus 2.079, another is minus 2.039. And researchers may have a confusion that which value to be interpreted. So which value to be, which row is to be considered to be interpreted must be based on the Levene's test for equality of variances. What is meant by this Levene's test for equality of variance? And look at on the left side, there are two rows, equal variance assumed and equal variance not assumed. What is the meaning of this equal variance assumed? The equal variance assumed that the two samples, means male and female, have been drawn from two different populations with equal standard deviation and equal variance. That is the implication. And what is the second line? Equal variance not assumed means the two samples have not been drawn from two populations with equal variances or standard deviation. So what would be, how will you decide from which type of category we have drawn the two samples? Look at the significance value associated to F test. If the significance value associated to F value means Levene's test for equality of variances, is less than or equal to 0.05, we have to consider the T value and its associated significance in the second row. That means if the significance value is less than or equal to 0.05, we violate this assumption of equal variance assumed. If it is above 0.05, we cannot violate that assumption. Then we have to retain this row to be interpreted. And then our specific significance value is 0.038. 0.038 shows that we can convincingly reject our null hypothesis. Let's recall our null hypothesis. Our null hypothesis is nothing but there is no significant difference between male and female with respect to the usage of their internet cafe. And this is 0.038. That means the null hypothesis has been rejected. What does it mean? There is significant difference. That can be cross-verified from this group statistical table. The mean value of female is 36.36 and the mean value for male internet usage is 30. That means when female respondents on an average use 36 months as internet usage duration, male samples on an average use 40 months. Don't you think that there is significant difference between this mean average? That's why we have got this result, that is significance value associated to that is 0.038, that is less than 0.05 level, which is a threshold value to take a decision in hypothesis testing. I hope you have understood how to conduct a test for equality of two population mean.